Hello, my beautiful friends. How are you today? I hope you're feeling wonderful. But if not, don't worry, because by the end of this video, you'll be smiling. I'm Nasreen, a Reiki master teacher, and here we talk about personal growth, energy healing, and Reiki, helping you align your mind, body, and soul. So if you're ready to create the life you truly desire, hit that subscription button. Today, I want to share something that will shift the way you think about time. And it might even change the way you approach your goals, decisions, and the opportunities that come your way. Let me ask you this. How do you think time flows? From the past to the present and then to the future? Or from the future to the present and then to the past? What does your gut say? Well, I'm here to tell you. Time actually flows from the future into the present, shaping the past in ways you may not have realized. I know, it sounds a little unconventional, but stay with me. The way we perceive time shapes how we live our lives. If we can understand and embrace this idea of time flowing from the future to the present, it can transform how we make decisions and how we move forward in life. Imagine being able to focus more on the opportunities ahead of you rather than being held back by the past. That's what we are going to explore today. And I promise by the end of this video, you'll look at time in a whole new way. So grab a cup of tea, get comfy, and let's dive into this fascinating concept that could change the way you think about time and maybe even your life. Understanding time flow. Let's start with the way most of us have been taught to think about time. We've all heard that time flows in a straight line, from the past to the present and then to the future. It's what we've used to, right? We look at the past as the foundation for who we are today. Our actions today, we believe, will eventually lead to our future. But what if I told you that time doesn't actually work like that? Instead of being bound by the past, the future actually flows into the present, shaping the decisions we make right now. Think about it like this. Imagine you're holding a ball. You're about to throw it forward, but what if, instead of throwing it, the ball was already coming toward you from the future, landing in your hands at just the right moment? Let's break this down. When we look at our decisions today, they don't just emerge from the past. The future actually has a hand in shaping how we choose to act in the present. When you decide to do something today, like apply for a job, enroll in a course, or pursue a new project, you're not only reacting to your past experiences, you're calling forth a future reality that hasn't happened yet. For example, let's say you decide to redecorate your living space. You start browsing for ideas, maybe pinning inspiration on Pinterest or visiting a home decor store. That decision made in the present isn't just about reacting to your past. It's actually being shaped by your future vision of your space. You're already imagining how your home will feel once it's transformed. And that vision is what's influencing your actions today. And what's even more interesting, that simple decision could lead to unexpected opportunities. Maybe while shopping for a new lamp, you run into an old friend who introduces you to someone offering your dream job. Or perhaps in the process of redecorating, you discover a hidden passion for interior design that changes the course of your career. The future isn't something distant. It's already influencing your present, guiding you in ways you may not even realize. In a sense, what you do today is influenced by the future because what you're choosing is not only informed by what's already happened, but also by what you believe is possible in your future. Now, this might sound a bit mind bending, but stay with me. The decisions you make today, based on your vision for the future, don't just lead you forward. They also change how you see your past. As you move forward, you may look back on your earlier experiences and realize they were actually guiding you all along, preparing you for what's to come. Think about an athlete training for a big competition. Every day, they wake up early, follow a strict training plan, and push their limits. But why? It's not just because of their past experiences or routines. It's because of a future goal they're working toward. That gold medal, that moment of victory, is already shaping their actions today. They're not just moving forward in time, they're being pulled by the future they've envisioned. And once they achieve that goal, they can look back and see how everything they did in the past led them there, even though their choices were driven by the future all along. So, the big takeaway here is that the future isn't some distant point we reach eventually. It's already affecting us right now. Your decisions, big or small, are connected to the future, shaping your present moment and even giving you a new lens through which to view your past. How the future influences the present. Let me share something simple to help illustrate how the future can influence the present. Imagine this. You decide to make curry for dinner tonight. It seems like a small, ordinary decision, right? But once you make that choice, everything in your evening starts to shift. You head to the grocery store, pick up the ingredients, and then, just like that, you're on your way to enjoying curry. Now, here's where it gets interesting. That decision to have curry for dinner doesn't just shape your evening, it actually opens up unexpected opportunities from the future. Let's say you're at the store and you run into an old friend you haven't seen in years. You start talking, catch up, and before you know it, that conversation leads to a potential job offer or a new connection in your life. Was that a coincidence? Or did your decision about what to eat somehow bring this opportunity into your life? See, when we make decisions today, we are not just following a set path. We are creating space for new things to flow in. Even something as simple as deciding what to have for dinner can bring unexpected chances your way. It's like throwing a ball into the future, and you never quite know how it will come back to you. The curry decision, it opened the door to something completely unexpected. This is exactly how the future impacts the present. When we focus on what we want and the future we are stepping into, it starts shaping the opportunities that appear in our lives. Sometimes these opportunities come from places we didn't expect. It's like setting an intention for where you want to go. And then life starts rearranging itself to guide you there. The choices you make today aren't just random. They're pulling you toward the future that's already calling you. And here's the key. When we are future focused, we're not just wishing for things to happen. We are creating space for them. Even if we didn't plan for certain opportunities, they start showing up because we are aligned with where we are headed. The best part? You don't have to have everything figured out. Simply by being open to the possibilities ahead, you invite the right opportunities to flow in, sometimes in ways that completely surprise you. So, the next time you make a simple decision, whether it's what you eat for dinner or how you spend your free time, remember, you're not just making a choice for today, you're shaping the future. And you never know how that future might surprise you with something even better than you expected. Breaking free from the past. We all know the feeling of being stuck. We've all been there at some point, right? It's as if you're constantly looking over our shoulders, focused on what happened in the past, mistakes, regrets, missed opportunities. And here's the thing, when we are too focused on the past, it can feel like we are carrying this heavy weight around, holding us back from moving forward. We start to believe that our past defines us, that our past failures are some kind of prediction for the future. But that's not the truth. In fact, the past doesn't really have any power over us unless we give it that power. The truth is, focusing on what happened can keep us stuck in a loop. And when we stay in that loop, it's hard to see the new possibilities ahead of us. But here's the exciting part. When we start focusing on the future, we break that grip. When you throw your energy, your intention into the future, you create a space for something new. Instead of being held back by what's already happened, you can move forward and create the life you truly want. It's like when you're walking down a path and you keep looking behind you. Of course, you're going to trip or miss something right in front of you. But once you focus on where you're going, your goals, your dreams, your whole perspective shifts. The past stops holding you hostage and you begin to see opportunities you wouldn't have noticed before. By shifting your focus to the future, you free yourself from the weight of the past. You allow yourself to let go of old patterns, old stories, and old limitations that no longer serve you. That's how you open up to new possibilities. And trust me, once you do that, you'll start to attract the opportunities, people, and experiences that are truly aligned with the future you want to create. So I want you to remember this. The past is a chapter in your book, but it's not the entire story. By focusing on the future, you can start writing a whole new chapter filled with excitement, growth, and new possibilities. The more you shift your focus, the more opportunities you begin to see. And that, my friends, is how you break free from the past and step into the life you deserve. Recognizing unexpected opportunities. Sometimes, even when you're not actively planning for the future, life has a way of surprising us. Opportunities can come out of nowhere, and they often appear when we least expect them, like a gift from the future, showing up just when we need it. I want to share a personal story with you. A while back, I attended a wellness retreat, my first ever. It was an incredible experience, and while I was there, I met Wow. We exchanged contact info and even created a small WhatsApp group with others from the retreat, but we didn't really stay in touch one on one. Then, out of the blue one day, Wal messaged me. She told me she had a guest ticket for a self hypnosis class happening in 2 days and asked if I wanted to come. Now, here's the thing. I was a complete skeptic when it came to hypnosis. I always told myself, there's no way I could ever be hypnotized. But at the same time, I was curious and I happened to be free that day. So I decided, why not? And let me tell you, That one decision blew my mind. Not only did I learn so much about the workings of my own brain, but I also connected with some amazing people who expanded my vision in ways I never expected. Looking back, I realized that opportunity was never on my radar, but it showed up at the right time and completely changed my perspective. And that's the thing about the future. It finds ways to reach us, even when we are not looking. But we have to be willing to say yes. Sometimes the universe sends us opportunities we don't plan for. They come out of nowhere and often challenge us to step out of our comfort zones. The key is to stay open to them, to trust that even if you don't plan for this opportunity, it might just be the right thing at the right time. But how do you know which opportunities to take? How do you decide? It all comes down to your intuition. If you feel drawn to something, even if it's not part of your plan, trust that feeling. It's your inner guidance nudging you towards something amazing. And when you follow that, you'll be amazed at how life starts aligning for you. So, I want to encourage you, be open to unexpected opportunities. Stay curious, stay open minded, and trust your intuition when those moments appear. Because sometimes the best things in life come from the most unexpected sources, and they can change everything in ways you could never predict. Making decisions based on intuition. Have you ever found yourself standing at a crossroads, unsure which way to go? It could be something as simple as deciding whether to try something new, something that feels just a little out of the ordinary. Often we feel torn between what seems logical and what feels right in our gut. After a major life event, I knew something in my life had to change. Somehow I just had this deep sense that I needed to do something off, something outside my comfort zone. I can't even remember how it first came onto my radar, but I found out about a salsa class happening at a time I could attend. Now, let me tell you, this was something I would never have done before. A dance in public with a partner, definitely not something I pictured myself doing. But when I heard about the class, I felt excited. It didn't make logical sense, but I just knew I had to go. So I signed up. And guess what? That's where I met my husband. The very first time I saw him, something clicked. I wasn't just noticing him, I felt drawn to his presence in a way I couldn't quite explain. It wasn't logical, but there was an energy about him that immediately stood out to me. It was as if, on some level, my intuition had already recognized him before my mind even had the chance to analyze it. But of course, as time passed, my logical brain started interfering. Am I making a mistake again? Is this the right choice for me? My mind tried to second guess what my intuition already knew. See, this is what often happens when we make decisions from intuition. At first, we feel that inner pull, that deep knowing, but then logic kicks in, filling us with doubt and hesitation. The key is learning to trust that initial feeling, that inner guidance that already knows where you're meant to go. When you follow your intuition, you're not just making random choices, you're aligning with something greater, your future self, your highest path. You may not always understand it in the moment, but when you trust it, life starts aligning in ways you never could have planned. So, the next time you're faced with a decision, big or small, ask yourself, what does my intuition say? Trust it. Because when you do, you're not just making a choice, You're stepping into the flow of time, letting the future guide you toward new opportunities and growth. How to catch what flows to you. Imagine you're standing beside a stream. The water is constantly flowing, carrying leaves, branches, and little surprises along the way. Time works the same way. It's always moving, bringing opportunities, experiences, and lessons toward you. But here's the thing, you have to be open and paying attention to catch what's meant for you. If you're too distracted or stuck in the past, you might not even notice the right opportunities when they show up. And that's where a lot of us hold ourselves back. We cling to things that no longer serve us, old beliefs, fears, regrets, or even versions of ourselves that we've outgrown. If your hands are already full, how can you grab hold of something new? To truly receive what's flowing toward you, you have to be willing to let go. Let go of doubts, outdated stories, or even expectations that no longer align with who you are becoming. It's not always easy, but when you release what's weighing you down, you create space for something better, something that's already on its way to you. So as time flows, be ready to catch what's coming. Stay open, trust your intuition, and allow the future to bring you exactly what you need, even if it arrives in a way you never expected. The power of letting go. One of the most powerful concepts in this journey through time is the act of letting go. To truly embrace the future and all that it holds for us, we must be willing to release the things we're holding on to from the past. Sometimes the things we hold on to aren't even physical, they're mental or emotional attachments. These are the old beliefs, fears, or ideas that we've carried with us for years. They could be outdated stories we tell ourselves, like, I'm not good enough, or I can't succeed in that area of my life. These beliefs might have once protected us or helped us cope, but no longer serves us. To step into the future, we have to shed these old beliefs. It's like a snake shedding its skin. The old skin doesn't fit anymore. And it's time for a new, more vibrant version of ourselves to emerge. We have to let go of what's no longer working, whether it's an outdated idea of who we are or something from the past that we've been carrying for far too long. I know it can be difficult to let go. It might feel scary or uncertain, like stepping into the unknown. But the truth is, by holding on to the past, we block ourselves from the limitless potential the future has to offer. The future is full of new possibilities, new opportunities, and new versions of ourselves waiting to be discovered. But we can only access those when we release what we've been holding on to. Letting go isn't about forgetting. It's about making space for what's next. It's about trusting that the future will bring something better, something more aligned with the person you are becoming. So, if something from your past has been holding you back, ask yourself, is it helping you move forward or keeping you stuck? If it's the latter, maybe it's time to release it. Because the moment you let go, you create space for something even better. Trust the process, embrace the future, and step into the flow of time because the best is yet to come. Shifting from worry to excitement. We've all been there, worrying about the future, wondering what might go wrong, and feeling stuck in uncertainty. It's completely natural to feel fear and anxiety when we think about what lies ahead. But here's the thing, that worry doesn't have to be the driving force in your life. What if, instead of worrying about the future, we could shift that energy into excitement and curiosity? What if we looked at the unknown with a sense of wonder, ready to explore what's coming next rather than fearing it? This shift in mindset can make all the difference in how we experience life. When you shift from worry to excitement, you open yourself up to new possibilities. Instead of feeling stuck in a cycle of anxiety, you start to feel like a participant in the adventure of life. It's as if you're stepping into a world of infinite possibilities where everything is full of potential. The more you approach life with excitement, the more you attract those opportunities and the more dynamic and fulfilling your life becomes. It's easy to fall into a routine where everything feels predictable, even monotonous. But I want to remind you that the future is always bringing something new. Opportunities, adventures, connections, they're all flowing toward you. You don't have to be stuck in the same place you've always been. The future is a realm full of new experiences, and it's waiting for you to step into it with excitement and anticipation. So the next time you feel that familiar worry creeping in, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, what if I choose excitement instead of fear? What if I looked at what's coming next with curiosity? You'll find that when you shift from worry to excitement, life becomes not just more fulfilling, but also more dynamic. The flow of time will no longer feel like something to fear, but something to embrace with open arms. All right, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've explored today. We've talked about this fascinating idea that time doesn't just move from the past to the future, it flows from the future into the present, shaping our decisions, experiences, and even how we see our past. By embracing this shift in perspective, we open ourselves up to new possibilities. We start making choices not based on where we've been, but on where we are going. And when we learn to trust that flow, especially through intuition, we create space for incredible opportunities to come into our lives. And this is exactly why I love Reiki. Reiki isn't just about energy healing, it's about learning to trust the flow of life itself. It teaches us how to listen to our intuition, recognize the energy of opportunities, and confidently step into what's meant for us. When we work with Reiki, we are not just healing, we are learning how to align with the future that's already calling us forward. If you've ever been curious about Reiki and how it can help you tap into this flow, I encourage you to explore it. Whether it's receiving a session or learning how to practice it yourself, Reiki is an incredible tool for deepening your connection with your intuition, releasing what no longer serves you, and stepping into the life you truly desire. Click the link in the description to find a Reiki practitioner near you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share it with someone who might need to hear this message. Let's all step into our future with confidence, trust, and maybe even a little bit of magic. I'll see you in the next video.